What's up, guys? Look, guys, you see me in makeup in videos of lately is because I am practicing. I'm no MUA, but you know, your girls going into YouTube and I feel like, you know what? I need to practice. I need to practice, and I'm not doing bad. I am not doing bad. I'm liking this look. I'm liking this look. Love the lippy. As you can see, my eyebrows, they had conflict earlier, so they are not related. They are in malice. This I'm going to tell you a story. Look at this here with a mappy head of people over the camera. Sit up. So I'm going to tell you a story about the story about when the pig ate the pork, which was for our Sunday dinner. Guys, yeah, and I am Adventist, but at that time we were like Adventists that went to church and all of that. My mother is Adventist, my father is Church of God of Prophecy. So he's Sunday worshiper and we're Saturday worshippers. Yeah. And my father used to raise rare pigs, you know?
Raise pigs.
Rare.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so he used to do that. So we used to eat pork. Back then, a little too much. I don't want to say a lot. A little too much, because he would sell as well. But we'll have pork. We'll have pork to eat. All right. So, but when this happened, my father migrated. He lives abroad. You know, so I was living with my mother. My mother at the time was living with my grandmother, because in my grandmother's house, because she's strong Adventist, we could never cook the pork. Could never cook pork in our household. But my mother was living on her own at that point in time. So, my father lives abroad. So we would still, because let me tell you something. My father had a pig. We call him Patient. He's one of the most faithful pig any farmer could have. Patient I have less than 10 babies. Piglet, when I have, it never have less than 10. You can imagine. And let me his old age kill her. That pig lived over 10 years. And throughout her years of living, she was always reproducing. So you can imagine the amount of pigs that we sell out of Patient. So anyway, so Patient, I'm going to tell you about wicked Patient now, what Patient did to me. I remember my mother, at the time, we didn't have any pig for ourselves. So my mother, back then, you know, they kill every like on Sundays or Saturdays, something like that. The butcher would kill and you would order the meat from the butcher, right? So that's what happened. My mother ordered some meat. Butcher killed pig. My mother ordered
So who
some from the
was
butcher.
taking care of patient?
Patient nobody take care if you're a patient eat more than peeling skin. And then some days.
What about water?
Yes, to give her water. So anyway, so my mother ordered, I think it was like 4 pounds of pork from a butcher in the community. Them times she didn't have no money to pay for it, really and truly. And as I told you before, we came from humble beginnings, so a lot of hunger, a lot of hunger, a lot of hunger. So I remember my mother ordered the pork from the butcher, and we didn't have any fridge. So the butcher would keep the pork on his fridge, and then Sunday morning we'll go and collect it. So I can remember my mother said me. Let me tell you, I was a disobedient child growing up. I was a parent's blessing and worst nightmare in one. Meaning that, you know, I was solution oriented. So if there's something to be done or all of that in terms of probably find food to eat or any little thing, you know, I was a critical thinker. I'm the one who could figure out how to get it, you know, go a bush and look wood and do all of them something there. But I was a child that you would send to the shop. And if you send me to the shop 8 o'clock, I will not return until like 10, 11 o'clock. Because I would stop on the road, play marble. I was a tomboy. I would stop on the road, play marble, gig, elastic, probably pop a little fight. All those things before I reach back in the yard.
That's really mean.
Yeah, no,
For
that
me,
was me.
I just go straight.
No. So that was the kind of child I was. I'm a good girl now. I'm a good girl. Anyway, so I was very, very disobedient. I mean, if you look up my name in the dictionary, I used to the word disobedient, my name would be next to it. Let me tell you something here. And my mother was not an easy mother, and no amount of beating could make me hear. So I remember this Sunday morning, she asked me to go and collect the pork from the butcher. And she have to ask me like 10 times to go for it. Because, and she can't get me to beat me, because out of door, me there, I go and all of that. So anyway, eventually I went for it. And we had outside kitchen at the time. So instead of collecting the pork and put it on the kitchen counter, a counter, they call it, no, the firewall, in the outside kitchen. I went for the pork and put it in a pot on the ground in the kitchen for it to thaw. And guess what
How old were you
happened?
at the age?
At the time, I was about 14, 15. Yeah. And I went for it. And guess what happened? Patient got away, went inside the kitchen, and ate the pork. When me tell you, sir, my life flash in front of me, and you're going to hear rightfully so. You're going to know when me tell you, say, me dead. No, we had no idea that patient ate the pork. So when my mother was ready to cook and she went inside the kitchen to season the pork, she asked me where I put it, and I said it's in the kitchen, and she said she don't see it. And I said, yes, mama, look in the pot, because I put it to thaw in a pot with some water. She said she don't see it. She said, where did you put it? I said, on the ground. He said, we go inside the kitchen and look at the pot. No pork, no there. No meat. My mother don't have $1 to buy nothing more. I only meat, Me tell you say she has and she had, and when me tell you say dollar she not have. It's when she realized say me put the pork on ground and patient eat it. She say, I kill you. And I just pass her. She said she kill me. And she dashed it after me, and I tell her say me run, because I know me can't stay in her yard because me dead. And she asked my sisters to come and catch me. Back then, if your mother asks a sibling to come and catch you, they better catch you. Because if they don't catch you, they themselves going to get beaten. And I remember I was running and they were running after me. I tell you, a good couple miles we are run for. Me tired, but me can't stop, because if me stop, me go catch me and mommy go kill me. I can remember my oldest sister, which is her mommy, was running behind me and crying and asking me to stop, because she was fearful that if you don't catch me, she's gonna get beaten too. And then, really, me not care, get your beaten, because me not stop.
That's so mean though.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I saw it good back in the days. Yeah, live life, Hey, and we tell them every day, say, if child services
Back then.
was like prevalent, it was there, but I don't think that people had knowledge of it like that. We'll be gone. Because she didn't play when it comes to discipline. And my grandmother, zero tolerance I have for they don't have no leniency, let me say that, when it comes to certain things. And I was running and running and running. I run up, I think I ran out like 3 communities, because I ran from Radios, ran Bryant Hill, yeah, run Pumpkin, went Crooked River.
Jesus God.
Me I run out every community me can run. Me just run.
That is way too far.
Yes, come here run for my life. Anyway, when I was running, I saw a friend of mine, because she ain't no friend. I'm not gonna call her name. She know herself. Me still have you up. Anyway, and I saw her, and she was coming the opposite direction. So my sisters were behind me running, trying to catch me, and she was in front of me, because she was coming from pipe. And they yelled at her to hold me. For the girl go about her business, the girl put on her jug of water and catch me.
Why you couldn't take her all around here?
I was trying to dilly-dally around her, but then time me tired, I mean I have much energy to dilly-dally. Say dilly-dally take away my energy when you run from so far off, you go sight around people. Tell us I'm tired. And I'm telling you, she caught me. And my 2 sisters, brought me back to my mother. And when I say to you that, guys,
she died that
she nailed
evening.
me to the cross.
What?
She nailed me to the cross.
No, tell exact like she did.
No, I can't tell the people that happened.
Tell
I can't.
them.
When I say she nailed me to the cross, she nailed me to the cross. She didn't have any nails, but she had a rope. And when I say that she roped me to the cross,
so she roped you to something and then beat you. She try you on the tree and
Yeah.
beat you. What did she beat you with?
Electric. Them days there. And it was, and the funny thing, back then, I don't know why, what could cause spirit to pick that form of discipline, that form of discipline. I don't know what to say. Or that form of punishment is discipline. It could, but she didn't know any better because that's how she was raised. Her mother grew up like that, and I guess, and I always say parenting is a cycle. It is a cycle. So she was raised like that, and she think it was okay, for us to discipline us like that, even though she wasn't getting any result, because no amount of beating could get me to behave myself. None. She could have beaten from now till the morning. I am back to doing what she beat me for. I changed because I want, and that is why I tell parents, listen to me, man. Beating don't really help. Beating does you beat a child just to satisfy yourself. It's not for result. Because if they were resulting being beaten like that, I want lick me that get her too. Yeah? Yeah, but yes guys, so that is it. That pig, so the pig ate the pork, which was for our Sunday dinner. Mean and wicked patient. Alright guys, so that's the end of my story time. Guys, I am looking at my makeup. I'm a beginner. I am practicing, but rate it. Rate my story and rate how I'm doing. Tell me if you like my lippy.
I give her a 7.
Why 7 and not 10?
Oh, sorry, not 7. Not 7. I give her a 2.
Why 2? Get up. She done. Anyway, I'm gonna just continue looking at my cute self. You know?
Can I
Alright,
eat your
bye.
wig?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment, guys. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell because I see a lot of persons subscribe, but I'm not seeing it in the when I look at the YouTube history. I don't see where my subscribers are really watching. Maybe their notification bell is not on, so please turn it on so you can be notified every time we post a video. If you ever do that, bye.